Nigeria's first recorded incident of a mistaken military airstrike since the Boko Haram insurgency began was back in January 2017. A Nigerian Air Force jet targeting Boko Haram dropped its bombs on an internally displaced persons camp in Ran community in the northeast Borno state. The Air Force pilot had mistaken the place for a Boko Haram encampment. Over 100 displaced persons were killed in the airstrike. The government and the military had expressed deep regrets over the mistaken strike, promising that it would not happen again. But several more mistaken military air raids would later follow in subsequent years, including one in the village of Tudumbiri in northwest Kaduna State, where over 80 civilians celebrating an Islamic festival were mistakenly killed in a military drone strike targeting armed bandits in the area.
As somebody who teaches rules of engagement, collateral damage and targeting, not only in Nigeria but for other armed forces in other countries, whenever collateral damage incident happens, there must have been something that did go wrong. Either procedures were not followed, or there was insufficient training on certain aspects of the attack, or even the medium, that is the platform that was used, was the wrong one for the wrong target.
Insiders in the Nigerian military say their pilots are often well trained to take every precaution in the course of active air raids, but with bandits often blending with local communities to evade detection and loopholes in intelligence gathering, as well as insufficient coordination between ground troops and air assets, fatal errors often occur.
In targeting, there's what we call proportionality. You receive information that bandits numbering 10 or even 100 have entered into the village. You do a proportionality estimate. If I go into the village after those 100 bandits, in a population that I have 5,000 people, it is like profit and loss.
I see.
Supposing I kill all the bandits and I kill all the people there, would you call that operation a success? So that is another calculation you have to do. So sometimes when you do the calculation, you arrive that even if I kill the bandits, the consequences will be far worse than leaving the bandit. You leave the bandits, or maybe you use ground operation. So for a well-trained pilot or a well-trained operator of a drone, these things are automatic.
The military has said it will investigate the latest incident of the wrongful airstrike in Zamfara State, in which 16 civilians were killed, but not many are holding out hope on its outcome. The result of previous investigations into past cases were never disclosed.
We will continue to call first on the citizens, including the people that lost, please be not too harsh on the military, to understand, because tomorrow they will also be there to help you. But at the same time also, we call on government to do a very good independent investigation. Now, the purpose of investigation in this kind of thing is not even punishment. It's to ensure what is the root cause of this, where did we go wrong? Because I can tell you frankly, something went wrong. Either from, most likely from not corroborating information, and again, where you arrive, they are not checking. So what went wrong? So that you can change processes, you can change training, so that it doesn't happen again.
As for victims, getting compensation has proven to be difficult. In the village of Tudumbiri, where over 80 villagers were killed in the military air drone strike in December 2023, authorities have been fulfilling some of the pledges made to the community after the incident. Hospitals, skill acquisition centers and roads have been built, and the village now has water running from a borehole. But the individual victims say they are yet to receive any compensation.
Apart from the food stuff we received after the incident happened, we have not received anything from the authorities. They promised us monetary compensation, but up till now, we have not received a dime. We are still hoping that the compensation will be paid eventually, but we don't know when.
Nigeria has recorded hundreds of deaths from these mistaken military airstrikes. One Nigerian research firm, SBM Intelligence, puts the death toll so far from such strikes at over 400. But the biggest worry is that the latest incident of January 13th in Zamfara State may not be the last. Deji Badimasi, CGTN, Lagos, Nigeria.